And let's not forget, folks, that with post-viral illness, I once took a test that showed, scientifically speaking, I have mild cognitive impairment consistent with dementia. So maybe we should have started this review with that little tidbit. Welcome back to another edition of Betsy and the Stitches. This is our post-viral edition where I show up with a post-viral illness and show you a post-viral crochet craft. I'm so funny. But honestly, I really don't feel good today, and I needed something to cheer myself up. And I feel so bad. I look so bad. So we're just gonna do this together, and we're gonna brighten our days together by reviewing yet another post-viral thing. So last time we reviewed plush yarn, which is been having its moment for a while. And today, thanks to my friend Jeannie, we are trying a post-viral crochet trend known as the Woobles kits. So I did not buy this. If you have been around crochet at all for a while, you know that the Woobles are a self-contained learn to crochet kit. And this happens to be a special edition of Disco Fred the Dino. And I don't think he's available anymore. I don't think. My friend Jeannie and her daughter wanted to learn to crochet, and they tried one of these. And I'm going to be honest, and I think I've said this before on multiple videos, maybe even years ago, that I do not think that amigurumi is a beginning crochet project. I'm just going to say that from the beginning. It's not that I'm not going to like this kit, but you can make a scarf and fudge a few stitches here and there. You can fudge your tension here and there. You can wrap it around your neck and hide all sorts of evils. But when you screw up your tension and your stitches on an amigurumi project, it is 100% noticeable. And it ain't gonna look right. And I've seen some reviews on the Wooble thing that proves my point. But I do think that it's viral for a reason, and it has helped a lot of people learn how to crochet. I'm very curious about the yarn. I think that the price, the $30 price, having experience now working with a learning platform, that $30 is a totally reasonable price for the amount of instruction, the quality of instruction. And then I haven't really worked with the yarn or anything else that comes in the kits. We're going to open that up. I'm pretty confident that it's a fair price for the quality of the materials too, because part of the whole point of the Woobles kits is that the yarn is supposed to be easier to work with. So they're now available at Joann Fabrics. I think that you can use like a Joann's 40% off coupon. I don't think it's excluded from Joann sales. And I noticed that Joann is also selling the yarn, which I totally think is a great idea, because you get the pattern in here, but you only get enough yarn for one dino. So being able to go to the store and get the Woobles yarn and recreate your pattern, I think is a great idea and a genius marketing move. Not that they needed my opinion on that, because again, we're having our whole post-viral moment here. But yeah, anyway, so there are a lot of things I like about this. There are a few things that I dislike, but I've never actually had my hands on one. And I promised Jeannie I would give her the finished dino after I made it. So let's crack on, shall we? Brighten our day with a little yarn fun. Editing Betsy here. in bed with my light covered for migraine purposes, because like this is chronic illness life, y'all. Boy, did I not know what I was in for, and it's like a total train wreck from here, so stick with me. All right, here we are. I cut this off because chronic illness hand problems, so even though it's perforated, whatever. All right, we're gonna dump it out. See what is in here. That's it. I thought it came with a crochet hook. I mean, let's be honest. I do not need a crochet hook. But maybe they don't all come with a crochet hook, because it's not included on this one. All right, well, that's fine. I probably wouldn't have liked it anyway. But honestly, when I considered buying them, I was like, well, maybe I'll get a cute little crochet hook, because like the Harry Potter kits come with Harry Potter crochet hooks, and they almost got me with the Harry Potter crochet hooks. But all right, so I've been super curious about this yarn, because their point is that it is a chain spun yarn. Focus. All right, we might be a little blown out to show that today. And therefore, it's not going to split when you go in and put your hook in it, which you totally get. However, part of troubleshooting with amigurumi is getting your stitches super tight. And this stuff feels not as stretchy as I thought it was going to be. Wait a hot minute. Because I thought when I felt the, stitch markers, I always, connected to the, with the magic circle. Okay, like I'm sure that must not be new to other people, but holy crap, that has got to be part of the reason this kit is so dang expensive. And I have a magic circle video that I will link in the description that will show you how to do this. It is not that hard if somebody shows you, and I'll go down that road later. I will link it in my bio. But I was afraid from what I felt with the yarn in Joanne that it was going to be so stretchy that I was going to have a hard time getting it tight enough. And when I asked my friend like why she didn't like it or why she felt like she wasn't successful with the other Woobles kits that she bought, she said when she frogged it, it stretched out a lot, and it is kind of stretchy. Well, part of the struggle I have with someone with chronic illness, chronic pain in my hands is when I can't get my stitches tight, I tend to grip the crap, pardon my language, out of my yarn to make it super tight so that when you stuff it, you don't get holes. And part of that, I think, is the yarn under versus yarn over debate that I might talk about in another video when I have an example to show. It looks like from the example of the picture that they're using yarn over, which is the typical way that you do a single crochet. So I'm just not going to talk about that right now. But personally, a yarn under doesn't allow for as much stretch, and you don't have that problem with stuffing. But again, part of the stuffing and getting your tension right, that is a huge part of beginning crochet, and I don't feel like amigurumi is a beginning crochet thing. But anyway, all right, cute little pouch. Totally 100% love the packaging. Let's open up here our safety eyes and our character mouth, I'm guessing. Doesn't show a mouth, but that's what I would assume the black yarn is for. And then we have safety eyes and a yarn needle. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up the website and follow their crochet video, come back, let you know what I think. First, I got to go grab a hook because the kit didn't come with it. Okay, maybe I'm missing something, but I just watched the overview and how to hold the hook and yarn. We're about to start our first crochet stitch, and I still don't know what size crochet hook I'm supposed to use. It took me straight to the video, not to the website. So actually, maybe we should go look at the website and see if it mentions what size crochet hook to use. And I should mention that the tutorial is for the regular Fred the Dino crochet kit, which is one of their very beginning crochet kits. Let's look and see if that comes with a crochet hook, and maybe we're just not getting one because it's the special edition. Oh, he is on here. I just saw that. I don't like free stuff. Don't you love it when they make you click stuff like that? Oh, there he is, the very first one, Dinosaur Crochet Kit. Duh, Betsy. Did I mention I don't feel well today? It's not a good brain day, so like... All right. Perfect for beginners. It shows the blue crochet hook in the original Dinosaur kit. So I do appreciate the not giving a crochet hook in every single kit, particularly when it's a special edition like this. You would presume that maybe that's not your first kit, because the amount of crochet hooks I've gotten from like subscription boxes and things that I hate, that I don't use, is insane. And I actually am getting ready to take some down to, there is something called a fabric workshop. You should look and see if there is a craft co-op in your town for supplies that you don't use. I often drop off stuff like that to that co-op, and it's basically like this particular one, you drop stuff off, you can take stuff for free. It's not like a resale place. And they're not bad crochet hooks. They're just not my favorite. Everybody's got a favorite, okay? I was not judging subscription box hooks. All right, so the website actually says it is a 4mm hook. By the way, quick plug for this bag. I'll link it to Amazon, okay? See this little here? This is a little fold. You've got a mesh pocket here. You've got elastic loops here and here, all the way across this side. Some space that I put my stitch markers. The ones that come in the Wooble kit happen to be my favorite, so yay for them. Their hooks also say ergonomic crochet hook. They look a heck of a lot like a clover or more. I would be really interested to see if that's the way they perform. But for amigurumi, for some reason, I love these Clover Soft Touch. People love them or they hate them. A lot of people hate them. I love them because they're short and I like to crochet tight. All right. See that? This now stands up on its own. And then when you want to put it away, you just hook it back onto the snap there, and you got a little handle. It's the best. Okay, side quest over, because this is going to be the longest video. So they're giving some really good beginning tips for how to pull through your loop on your hook. They're going through some common bad habits that people do. Again, I've always thought that a big portion of this was the education and the quality of the education. And so far, it's pretty top notch, with the exception of the fact that I didn't get a hook, so I had to go look up that it was 4mm. But I feel like that could have been really easily verified on the package, but also it's really hard to read the package with whatever. That I'm being overly critical for that. So far, I'm really liking it. However, I'm still sort of pissed I don't have like a written pattern, so I can't just like speed through this, because it says it takes 3 to 8 hours. Honestly, this thing would probably take me like 30 minutes as an experienced crocheter, but I can't do that because I don't have a written pattern. I have to go watch all the videos. But you know, that this was not for me, so that's not important. One of the things that has always bothered me about the crochet community, I keep saying I need to do this video. I need to do a video where I compare things from quilting and sewing to crochet, because there are a lot of differences in how those two artistic communities function in terms of like pattern price, standards. There is no standardization to crochet. And I noticed when I came back to the Yub Tub that a lot of people were putting their stitch markers in the very first stitch of their next round. And I was always taught to put it in the last so that you knew when you were starting your next round to like move to the next step in the pattern. I understand two things now. One, I understand why people tell me they learned to crochet from the Woobles, but they can't read a pattern because there is no written pattern. Two, now I understand why some people put their stitch marker in the beginning of their first round and not the end. That is gonna mind blow me, so I ignored that. I put it back in the last stitch of my previous round, but then I accidentally moved the green one from the second stitch instead of putting the orange one where I should, so I'm already a bad student. Okay, Editor Betsy, back here again. And this whole stitch marker situation is like, this is where the Hot Mess Express came rolling through town. This, I think, is the moment that I just lost all control. So keep watching for the train wreck. Maybe doing this on a bad brain day was like not a good idea, because I went back and I rewatched the whole thing, and now I can't find where she wanted us to only have 6 V's. Now she's telling us we need 12 V's, which is an increase in every stitch, which is what I did originally. So, you know, this is Hot Mess Express, post-viral illness people working on a post-viral crochet project. I have no, I really don't understand how I messed that up beyond fast forwarding or like getting out of order or whatever, but I'm 100%, it was my fault and not the Woobles. Cheers. I'm gonna keep going. Okay, so I've gotten to the very end of the overview, and I was right in typical amigurumi fashion. The second round ends up with 12 stitches. She shows how that's written out in a pattern, and then she shows it in this cool little circle graph that really helps you visualize, and that is what Mama needed so bad. And then she goes on to show round 3, which again is, I don't think it's copyright or anything. This is another typical round increase where you do 1 single crochet and an increase all the way around for a total of 18 stitches. My brain is square with that. I needed that. And I needed that like to look at the same time. But again, this is why I don't I need a written pattern and a video at the same time. That's the way my brain works. And let's not forget, folks, that with post-viral illness, I once took a test that showed, scientifically speaking, I have a mild cognitive impairment consistent with dementia. So maybe we should have started this review with that little tidbit of it's a bad day. And when that happens, your girl ain't right. We're gonna pause for the day. Like this. So if this train wreck of a video hasn't all inspired you to watch again, because why the heck would it have? Come back to watch the disaster train wreck of part 2 whenever I feel like posting it. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and all of that so that you can see what post-viral illness is like with post-viral, extremely successful beginning crochet kits that everybody else in the world can do except for this girl. It might be a totally different story next in part 2. Like, this might be the quintessential video series that shows you why your girl can't show up for work with any consistency whatsoever, because she shows up absolutely stupid one day and totally making sense the next. Because let's hope that the next time I post part 2, I make total sense, and so does she.